Hi, the topic today is how to be highly effective, and I'm focusing on choice. See, choice is very, very important in everything we're doing. You see, choice is so important that it gives you the power to turn things 180 degrees. It makes you to, head to the proper direction of your life. So choice is so important that if you are experiencing a mediocre life or you're experiencing something that is not good, you can make a choice. You can choose to a different direction. You can head to a different direction. Most of us find ourselves in one direction, but as soon as we make choice, we move the opposite direction. And that saves us. So life is a choice. That's why life is so beautiful, because whatever you choose to be, that's what you become. So choice is very, very important, because you had a story of Jesus Christ saying that, look, two people are in the farm. One is accepted, one is rejected. The same thing applies to you. So you see, you always have a choice. You always have two things to choose from. Either you reject one or you accept one. So in that bit, life is made simple, because you have option. And that option, you have to exercise it. So whatever your position, whatever you want to do is your choice. To be happy is, for you to be happy is your choice. If you choose not to be happy, that's good for you. If you choose to be happy, that's proper. If you choose to be educated, that's good. If you choose not to be educated, that's... So life is built on choice. So that removes the idea of blaming another person, blaming government, blaming everybody, blaming your father, blaming everybody, because now you have a choice. You see, it is stated that, look, nobody can force you to think what you don't want to think. That is how powerful our mind is. So whatever I'm doing is my choice. This video today is my choice to make this video. And it could also be my choice not to make it. So it depends on your power to exercise this choice. Your power to understand that, look, everything is in your hand. Your future is in your hand. Whatever you're doing is in your hand, because you can make a choice. You can say today, this is how I'm going to start things. So this is very, very important, because because what the society normally gives us is not what we want. The society always gives us opposite of what naturally comes to us. So many people do not have the lever or the power to reject it. So now, because they don't have the willpower to reject, they accept it. So this is where choice comes. This is where this power, enormous power God has given to us, comes into play. Because people can give you something and you can reject it. You can tell me that I want nothing, but I have power to reject what you've said about me. You can laugh at me, but I have power to reject it. You can make mockery of me, but I have power to reject it. So everything thrown on you, you could reject it. So what the society shovel on us, pushed on us, we can reject it, because we have a powerful mind. God gave us a powerful mind, the same mind he has given to himself. So this is why he expects you to do things by yourself. He expects you to consult yourself and make a proper decision, make a right, informed decision. So the issue of blaming people, the issue of saying that you were not helped, you were not this, these things are fallacy. It is only because you've not opened your mind to understand that you have the willpower, that you have enormous willpower to make the choice, to choose from A. You have A and B, to choose from whichever one you want to do. It's like you have hot water this side and you have cold water this side. So you might decide to choose hot water, and this person might decide to choose cold water. These are the enormous power we have. But 99% of people don't exercise this choice. Whatever you give to them, they accept it. They cannot say no. The thing is that for you to say no, you must have known your yes. So because they never reflect, they never reflected, they never, go into any form of introspection, then it becomes difficult for them to understand that, look, the ball is in their court. And you might decide to go to school, or you might decide not to go. You might decide to run a business, or you might not decide. So everything is all about choice. So the choice you are making today impacts your future. The choice you are making today makes it possible to reach the future you are aiming at. But if you cannot make this choice, then it is impossible for you to realize it, to have 180 degrees turnaround, to change from mediocrity to a level of excellence. So that's why we are saying today, look, you have a choice. A choice to do good or a choice to do bad. A choice to eat or a choice not to eat. A choice to jog or a choice not to jog. All these things are enormous for us. I have seen several people who are merely laborers. They turn their life around to become a president or a leader, which people thought they couldn't be. Because God has given us enormous power. But this enormous power we possess, which is in form of potentials, then it is our choice to maximize it. And it's also our choice not to maximize it. So everything we are talking about life is about choice. It's about you choosing what you want to do. You choosing to say this is where you want to be. So this choice is there for you to do exercise. This choice is there for you to take on. So you have A, you have B. You can choose A, which simply does not lead you anywhere. Or you can choose B, that simply gets you to your vision. So the ball is in your court. So all these things we are talking about choice is very, very important, because your choice makes you to get your vision achieved. Your capacity to exercise this enormous power plays a huge difference. You see, the society or their environment, social environment, they give you things that are worthless. They push onto you to be a servant. But you have 99% power, 100% power to say, no, that is not what I am. And replace the slate with the one which God has prepared for you. So we are here, we have two worlds. The world we have, which is run by the government and the social environment, and also the one that is invisible, God runs. So you have the power now to reject what the society has offered to you. The society probably offered you to be a laborer. The society probably offered you to be a servant or a slave. And you've been slaving your power hours, slaving on every day, day in, day out, without having, the proper result. You can say, come on, I'm going to exchange it with what God has given to me. And you interchange it. And how do you interchange it? By being persistent in whatever vision you want to achieve. How do you interchange from this visible one to invisible is when you have a vision. You already know what your vision is. You stick to it. Regardless of what people say, regardless of the wind, regardless of the sun, regardless of anything, you stick to it. Regardless of what your mother or your father said, you stick to it. That is the time you've made the power to choose. That's the power the time you've exercised the choice. This is the time you've shown that you have accepted one against the other. So how again do we have to explain this? Now, the society tells you lies about yourself. Maybe the society tell you, look, you're going to be a laborer, you're going to be a servant, you're going to be a slave. That's what the society has given to you. But mentally, you have a power to reject it. And as you reject it mentally, before you know it, physically, you start seeing it. Why do you start seeing it physically? Because you've objectively, rejected the mediocre position the society has fostered on you. So what they give to you, you have absolute power to say no. People who say no to things are people who focus. People who say no to things are people who are persistent. People who say no to things are people who go about their vision. People who say no to things are people who believe, who have self-belief, who have confidence in themselves, without doubt, and they pursue their goal, regardless of the obstacle. Because the obstacle itself does not exist. It's fear that really generates these things and, chain us into our sorrow, chain us into this difficult situation. I have seen people who the society destined to be slaves. They turn around to become president or become the governor, or become everything they want to achieve. This is the power of choice. So what you see, maybe you think you were born into a poor family. That's what the society sold to you. There and there, you should reject it. You should reject it and turn it opposite direction, and turn your future in the opposite direction and start making progress in a positive side. The society normally gives you the negative. Now, it's your responsibility to say, no, I have rejected it. This is the direction I want to go. And then up and running, you start going there. But if you like the will, if you like the mentality, if you like the spirit, if you like the passion, then there's no way you can achieve it. Because you're going to allow people to direct you into this wrong decision. You're going to allow people to direct you into this wrong direction. You are already heading to a wrong direction. Turn to 180 degrees to the opposite direction. And then you start seeing progress. You start seeing the position. Look at Gideon. Gideon was told, like, look, their family are cowards. Nobody in their family was able to achieve anything. But God told Gideon, look, this thing the society sold to you is a lie. You are a mighty man of valor, a great man. Instantly, Gideon turned 180 and started moving the opposite direction. And that direction made him a stronger and a victorious and a great warrior. That is the way everything operates on. So now, this is a small illustration on how to convert the negative the society fostered on you, the negative the society sold to you, into the positive which God has planned for you. Because God has given you enormous potential. But the society, which are called the social environment, gave you a bad one and said, go there and die with that stupid gift. Go there and die with, be poor forever, remain there. That is their. Understand what I mean? That look, the choice is yours. You can turn it around and tell them, look, this is not where I belong, where I belong. And then start working your way back. How do you do that? By exercising this choice, by rejecting this stale food they've already fed you, by rejecting this dirty rat they're giving to you. I said, look, I'm not going to accept it. This is not who I am. This is who I am. You stick to it, regardless of what people are saying. Because, of course, people who grew up with you saw that the society has already given you a bad one. You know, and that is the information, that is the thing they have in their mind. And then when you want to turn it around, they frustrate you, they stop you, make you not to turn the thing around. On how to stay in the mud forever. And they will tell you a story that will engender fear, that will make you to be afraid, that will make you that, look, you're not going to achieve it. They will not talk to you. They will hate you. They will criticize you. All in the bid to make sure you end up in this negative or toxic environment. But if you're the one who has inspiration, who understood things, you're going to turn it around from there and then start moving to the right direction. This is exactly how everybody who became successful achieved it. Because once we are born, the social environment tells us, look, we are poor. The social environment tells us, look, we are servants. The social environment tells us, look, we are slaves. But if you're wise enough, you're going to say, look, I am viewing my own slate. What my slate is telling me is not what you're telling me. My slate is telling me I'm going to be a president, I'm going to be a governor, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be the senator, you know, the best of the best in my own area. That's what the slate is telling me. That's what the mirror I have is telling me. And now you're giving me this negative one. So I'm going to reject this negative one and focus on this positive one. But some people, despite the fact that they have the positive one, because of peer pressure, because of parents, family, you know, tradition and culture, the thing pulled them towards this negative side. And once you are pulled into this negative side, you're going to be there forever. It's going to be very difficult for you to decide to free yourself because you've been sold a slave mentality. You've been sold to, you know, you've been told lies and you believe it. And because you believe it, it becomes self-fulfilling. Then it looks as if it's your destiny. But that is not your destiny. Your destiny is this one. You've seen the vision, the mirror you're seeing, the positive one God has given to you. So you got to get the willpower, muster the willpower, get the willpower and the God to say, no, I'm going to say no. And then all of a sudden you turn it around. You know, you are now you start working against the odds. The odds are there, but you're going to overpower it. Because everything that became successful fought against the odds. From the seed had 99% negativity around it. But the seed rejected that negativity and sprouted out. The same way you are. So you need to reject these negative stories, negative tradition, customs, culture, fears, threats, isolation people give to you, the stigma. You got to get rid of it and say, look, I don't care, I care less about it, and start moving towards your goal, towards the promised land. But most people because of fear, they start going to their vomit. Something you rejected, you go back to it like a dog. It's only dog that goes back to its vomit. You cannot go back to your vomit. Your vomit is the society telling you, look, you're going to be a poor laborer. You're going to be a slave. You are born into a poor family. You have nobody to help you. You don't have money. You don't have house. You don't have car. You don't have this. Your father is so poor. Your mother is so poor. These are the social construct the society used in keeping you down. But if you understand what I'm saying today, you turn the thing 180 degrees and start moving towards a better future. A future that gives you freedom. A future that is limitless. So this limiting thinking the society gave you, if you eat it and swallow it, it goes down through your gut, and eventually what you've eaten is what you are. So you have the power to reject it. Nobody is born a pauper or a mediocre or a stupid person. It's only when you accept this destiny, you accept these fulfilling thoughts and feelings and environment, then it becomes your own. But if you stood on your feet and said, look, I'm not going to accept it. Come rain, come sun, I'm not going to accept it. I'm going to reject it. And once you rejected it and start moving towards the positive direction, you become fulfilled. That's why Nelson Mandela says, look, it looks as if it's not going to be achieved. It's going to be achieved. At the beginning, it looks impossible. But when you start going, you see that those barriers will give way. You see that those clouds will disappear. The clouds come in form of friends. The cloud comes in form of relatives. The cloud that settles around you comes in form of your father, mother, tradition, culture, what the society, what your classmates are saying about you. You got to ignore them. They don't know you. It is only you that knows. It's only you that knows yourself. It's not your classmates. It's not your friends. It's not even sometimes not your wife. It is you that knows what God has prepared for you. It is you that knows your future, your destiny, because somehow, your thoughts, your feeling will tell you where you belong. Remember, our thoughts is like a thought of God. The thought of a righteous man is accurate. That is your thought. So if you consulted yourself, you should be able to come out with a silent voice inside of you telling you, look at what your destiny is. Your destiny is to become a president. Your destiny is to become a prime minister. Your destiny is to become a great person. Your destiny is to become a leader. Your destiny is to become the best professor. Your destiny is to become the best in the area. That is the silent voice that is kicking around your mind. But when you turn this way, you become depressed. You become, aggressive. This because it is not in consonant. That is, it is not in alliance with yourself. Because what they're selling to you is not what you are. And that is why you keep on finding it very difficult to cope. You feel unhappy. You move from one job to the other, move from one profession to the other. At the end of the day, you get confused. Because you've not been so introspective enough. You've not examined your life. That's why Socrates said, look, a life that is not examined, unexamined, is not worth living. The society told you something. They are not worth living. So the society is telling you are a laborer, a slave. It's telling you all this rubbish, and you are accepting it. That life is not worth living. You need to navigate your way immediately from there. Forget about what people say. A lot of people are going to come on the phone and tell you, look, don't do this, don't do that. It's terrible. For me, some people, even when I said, look, I want to contest to become a Nigerian president, some of my friends all the way from Nigeria were ringing me, telling me I dare not go there. A lot of people, majority of my friends telling me, come, look, don't go there, this blah blah, you're not qualified, you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have money, you don't have connection, these are loads of things my friends are telling me. Are you understand what I'm saying now? It has happened to me. I said I want to navigate to where God placed for me. Then my classmates, my friends, most of them don't talk to me. They hate me because I've chosen to make a U-turn, 180 degrees. This is how you feel, because what they're saying is that the society are talking about your classmates, your family members, your brothers and sisters. These are the society we're talking about. These are the world we are talking about. They will get very bitter with you, very, very angry with you, because you said you want to be successful, you want to be a leader. Once you mention it, it's hell for you. But if you don't have the willpower, these people will come against you and kill this vision, destroy this idea, and smash it, and then throw it away. But if you have the willpower, you look at them and laugh. Because God has given you a powerful mind that nobody can change what is in your mind except you. Nobody can ride you except you give them permission. So this is the way it is. If you say now you want to be a successful person, your classmates will be against you. Majority of them will be against you. They will kick you, they'll call you on the phone and tell you, look, don't go there. Don't ever venture there. Who told you should go there? You don't have money. You didn't come out with first class. You made this, you made that. Some of them will not talk to you because of that. They will hate you because you said you want to pursue your vision. Even though you probably don't need them, they will hate you, they will not talk to you. And if you are the one that is so emotional, you give in, and once you give in, you are fulfilling their vision, you are fulfilling their dirty dream, and they are fulfilling their bad destiny, which they have fostered on you. When we are talking about the society is people around you. The society is your classmates. The society is, the people around you, people who have access to you. You post something on the Facebook, they're not going to respond. They ignore you. What they do is that they make silent war. What do they call it? There's silent aggression. You don't see them. They don't communicate to you. They don't relate with you. They isolate you. They abandon you. These are what we are talking about, the society. So let me break it down so that you understand what I mean by society. Society is not it's not spirit. The society is the human being. They will say, "Oh, I know you. When you were in the university, you didn't come out with first class. You managed to get 2-2. So how are you gonna be the best? Oh, you want to be a president? Just with this second class, you don't have anything. They will fool you. I myself experienced it. I have loads of all of them calling me on the phone. I said, look, Emeka, you can't do this, blah, blah, you can't do this. Who told you should do this? Who told you? You get some people, who are related to you, they call you on the phone and say, you are fuck up, you are stupid. How can you do this? Oh my God. I said, what is wrong with these people? So I can't live my life. You never fed me. You never trained me in the university. You never feel, you don't look for job for me. You never helped me. And then you are the one I'm supposed to listen to. So are you my God? One moment. Are you my God? You don't know me. Just because we spent 5 years together doesn't mean you know me. So these are the forces that will come against you. They are not evil spirits. They are your classmates, your brothers, your mother, your sisters, and people around you, even your work colleagues. They will develop a cold war. They will not talk to you. They will not call you on the phone. They will, if you post anything, they will ignore it and make sure they frustrate you out of the way. And then if you're the one who hasn't got the liver, you abandon your vision. Sometimes somebody related to you come into your house. Maybe it's on holidays and managed to come into your house. He'll be talking down on what you're doing. He will tell you, don't do that. You're not a millionaire. Your father wasn't a millionaire. Your brother wasn't a millionaire. Therefore, you don't do that. And they will bring fear into you. And once they brought fear into you, you start shaking. And once that is fear, you start having a narrow vision. Your vision begins to narrow. Then because your vision starts narrowing, you are no longer conscious of what's going around. And because you're no longer conscious of what's going around, you lose focus. And once you lose focus, you are finished. You are finished. So once you lose focus, you are finished. So the aim is to bring fear into your life. And once there is fear, biologically and physiologically, your system begins to, your eyes, everything begins to narrow. You now have a narrow vision. And then you are no longer conscious of your environment. And you are no longer yourself. What happens is that you start losing focus. The first thing you do is to lose focus. A man who has been sold into fear, it's a man who accepted fear, will lose focus. Fear. No, all these people, this is what they told to me. And then, if you swallow it, digest it, that is who you become. So, don't allow anybody the power to talk into you what your vision is. Because those people who are talking to you they don't know you. They don't have your best interest. They're not interested in you. They're interested in themselves. And then you welcome them as friends, and they have opportunity to talk to you. And in the process of talking to you, they talk away the purpose, the wisdom, the intellect God left inside of you. You become empty. And once you become empty, they start laughing at you. Look at this one. He says he wanted to be a president. Look at this one. He wanted to be a general. Look at this one. He wanted to be this. But these people who are saying these are the people who came and gave you a wrong advice. Sometimes they project their own fear into you and makes you useless. And then if you accept it, you become a pauper. You'll be jumping from one job to the other, jumping from one profession to the other. As a man, as a human being, you got to stand on your feet. You got to stand on your purpose. Grow where you're planted. I remember my own father, he he was a truck driver. Sometimes people would his passengers will have a meeting, they will boycott him. He will only manage to have one passenger. When he tells them, look, you got to pay a particular price so that I'll be able to repair my lorry, they will gang against him to frustrate him into his business. But my father will manage and get one passenger, and with one passenger, he starts his journey. But could you believe that after 6 months, those people who plan those things, their lorry will break down, they won't have money to repay it, and they start coming to my dad again. So once you have a vision, your friends will bring it down. They talk down against you. They tell you won't do it. They might even tell somebody around you to come and talk to you, so that you don't go into that direction, so that you remain a mediocre, you remain a laborer, you remain a slave throughout your life. Because that was what they perceive you to be. That was what the society sold about you. If you open your chapter, the society told you, look, you are born into a poor family, you are a slave, you are a laborer, you are this, you are that, you are that. You don't have a home, you don't have a father, or you come from a poor family. You come from this, you are not educated, you made it 2-1, you didn't this, you didn't make first class, therefore you are rubbish. And then if you accept this, that becomes your destiny. But if you're wise, you know the society tells you lies. They construct lies and hand over to you. So it's your power to choose this. You've got the willpower. So don't tell me you haven't got the willpower. You got the willpower. Like I'm doing this video now. Do you know how many people who talked bad about me, who say I'm not gonna do it? Do you know how many people who had phoned me and said, look, drop this video you're doing, you're not making money, you're not become rich, you're not this. I said, look, what is your business? You don't feed me, you don't clothe me, you don't feed my family, you don't even know me. So when people are coming out with this kind of influence, begin to understand you're doing the right thing. Because you got to go against the tide. There is always what they say. They said only dead fish follows the stream. So the society, 99% of the society are dead. That's why they follow that same direction. But if you're wise, you go opposite direction because you're not dead. You've been inspired by the Holy Spirit. You've been given everything to be powerful. So don't allow what people tell you. Don't allow what people come and tell you in your house or anywhere to discourage you, to kick you out of your vision. Because I've experienced that. People will come into your own house to tell you, look, your vision is wrong. Until you can't achieve it. But they are projecting their own fears onto you. They are selling their own, insecurity to you. And if you are foolish, you accept this insecurity. And that becomes your future. Some of your mates will say, look, you are overambitious. Your colleagues in the workplace will tell you are overambitious. You can't do this. So these things are tactics by the enemy to, is a psychological warfare. So if you're not strong, if you don't know what you're going to do, you're going to abandon that vision. And you let that vision go awry, disappear. Some will tell you, oh, why can't you start from this place? You thought they're with you. They're not with you. They are the enemy talking to you. They are the enemy trying to, stop you from achieving what God has given to you. So that's why you shouldn't listen to them. They can say any nonsense. Let them stay with that. Evil to them that think evil. So that's by the way. So I'm gonna talk about there is a book here, Dr. Kem's book, The Inspirational Blueprints for Personal Success for Women. So written by Dr. Kem Ezilo. It's in Amazon. The powerful book talks about how this power of choice. And I also read about the power of choice in this book, The Journey Behind, compiled by Anita Duckworth Bradshaw. This book, very nice. And I'm sure it's in Amazon. So Dr. Kem was one of the writers. I was reading about what Dr. Kem said here. She even quoted let's Eleanor Roosevelt. What she said is, she said that nobody can make you feel inferior or unhappy without your permission. Nobody can make you feel inferior. Nobody can, get rid of your vision unless they take permission from you. Nobody can sweep away your vision from you unless you cannot, for you to come and take property of a strong man, you first of all tie him. So you shouldn't allow anybody to tie you. But once you're not tied, you're unbeatable. You are unshakable. So the purpose of this vision, this video today, is to inspire you to stand on your feet, to grow where you're planted. Do something that makes it to come alive. So it's about doing something that makes it to come alive. This video makes it come alive. That's why I do it every week. I enjoy it. It's my passion. It gives me joy. So life is about doing something that makes it to come alive. I was listening to Tyson Fury. He fought with Deontay. He was saying that, look, you see, you have to entertain people. It's about fun. Boxing is fun. It's about entertaining, and that's the way he looks at it. So if you are looking at it like you're gonna knock somebody die, you're not gonna this, you're not gonna succeed. The same thing is about you. So whatever you're doing, you have to look at it in a different perspective. You've got to ask yourself, does it make me come alive? Does it make me become who I am? Does it make me happy? Does it make me to have a flow? So these things are very, very important, because you can only be good in what you're happy about. If you're not happy about something, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to improve. You're not going to be happy about it, and you're not going to progress. You can't, reflect and, have a deep root in it. So it's about flow. It's about being happy in what you're doing. What makes you come alive? I don't care. This video makes me to come alive. It makes me to express my feeling in a way I wouldn't express it, maybe in writing or in any other way. So people are bored already. So they need somebody to entertain them. They need somebody that will make them laugh. Let me tell you, about 2 days ago, I had a powerful dream. This dream, I don't know how it happened. In the night, I went into a different world. I couldn't believe that in this world, you have another world. I was privileged to see beautiful city, 10 times or 100 times more beautiful than the earth. I say, oh my God, does this place exist? I saw beautiful things that do not, that are so powerful that are indescribable. I'm here to describe it to my children. The dream where I said, God, thank you for letting me to have this opportunity of seeing this world, I saw the trees I saw there were large, large up to the sky with large branches. Beautiful forest. The oceans were flowing in layers and they are not wetting anybody. The oceans flow around this channel, and these channels along the road, it does not harm anybody. It doesn't wet anybody. It flows in layers. I was able to see beautiful children playing. Their ball will play. They have a different ball. Their ball they will play it and it won't get outside the road. Once it gets there, it stops. There was no violence there. There was no crying. There was no screaming. There was no wailing. Everybody was full of joy. It is quite a powerful scenario. The scene was so powerful that I couldn't believe that a powerful world that is more attractive, more lovely, more beautiful, 10 times or 100 times than what we have here. I praise God for having the opportunity to have a glimpse of a different world. My friends, we have different world. I have experienced it. I have seen it. God has prepared a beautiful place for you where there is no violence, there is no hatred, there is no possessive impulse. You have power over nature. The oceans come around and they serve you. The trees were there. I didn't see a sun, but everywhere was bright, beautiful. That is, by the way, that is the gift of God. I'm so lucky to have seen it, to have a glimpse of what is to come. So also I have my books here, The Big R of a Successful Business, and the funny book along with the story of Pacified Story of Nigeria. You know, it's my imagination, what I thought about Nigeria. It's written here. So you can get it in Amazon, or you can email me at dir@fonte.com. You are welcome. Thank you for being part of today's video. Enjoy your life. Make it fun. You know, life is about entertainment. It's about fun. Enjoy yourself. Do something that makes you to come alive. Thank you.